Today I will be showing you this amazing strategy that gives a lot of winning signals. This strategy made a 68% win rate within 10 months. So just sit back and relax as we go into the video. Okay traders, so we are currently looking at the Euro-United States dollars 4-hour chart. So let's get into our trading strategy. The first indicator on our list will be the Ssl Channel, this one here by Erwin Beckers. So the next indicator is the waddah Attah explosion, this one right here by scalping. And the last indicator will be the Attah. So this is what our chart would look like. For this strategy, let's go ahead and adjust the settings for this indicator. Now double click on the waddah Attah explosion. I want you to head over to the style. Now go ahead and increase the opacity for this settings for better visualization. And when you are done, go ahead and click on the OK button. The next indicator we would be adjusting is the Ssl Channel. Now go ahead and double click on it to bring up the settings panel. Head over to the inputs and change this values to 21. Then go ahead and click in the OK button. Now before we go on, let's explain what this indicators will be doing for us. Now for the Ssl Channel, this is probably one of my favorite indicator, as it shows what direction the market is heading to. And let me explain to you how this indicator actually works. As you can see, there's two lines, the green and red. And whenever you see a red above green, this is a bearish signal and is a signal to sell. Whenever you see green above red, this is a bullish signal. Very simple. Okay, so this indicator works pretty well. It gives you a really good trade here. Now for the Attah, I know a lot of you know what the Attah does. But for those still starting out trading, this indicator is based on average true range of a commodity. It calculates the average range of price in a given time. The current settings is at 14. So it would always tell us the range at which the last 14 candlestick has traded. We will be using its value to place our stop loss, as our stop loss will be 1.5 times its value. So moving ahead, we are left with the waddah Attah explosion. This is a volume-based indicator, and it is doing a great job in filtering trades from our main indicator. Now, how this indicator works is that, as you notice this blue dot on the indicator, that is the dead zone when the orange moving average is below the dot. Then know we are in a dead market and it's probably not a good time to trade. So to confirm a buy signal with this indicator, the orange line has to be above the blue dot, and it's either a green histogram above the yellow line for a long trade, or the red histogram above the yellow moving average when we are in for a short trade. Now, let's go ahead and understand how this strategy works. For a buy signal to be valid, we need to have the green Ssl cross above the red Ssl. Our confirmation indicator needs to have the orange moving average be above the blue dot, and the green histogram has to be above the orange line. Before we go ahead and place a buy stop order at the peak of the trigger candlestick, our stop loss should be 1.5 times the Attah, and the take profit should be 1.7 times the risk. We see all conditions were met here. We will go ahead and place a buy order at this trigger candlestick. Exactly the opposite is said for a short trade. For a sell signal to be valid, we need to have the red Ssl cross above the green Ssl. Our confirmation indicator needs to have the orange moving average be above the blue dot, and the red or yellow histogram has to be above the orange line. Before we go ahead and place a sell stop order at the bottom of the trigger candlestick, our stop loss should be 1.5 times the Attah, and the take profit should be 1.7 times the risk. We see all conditions were met here. We will go ahead and place a sell order at this trigger candlestick. Please note that you should never trade when the yellow line is below the blue dot, as this is a sign that there is no volume in the market and that the market is ranging. You can see how this indicator prevented us from taking this bad trades here, as it saved us from 1, 2, 3 and 4 losing trades before it gave us the signal to go short here, which turned out to be a success. Now, let's quickly go over some live examples to make you better understand what you should avoid doing. We see that right here, we have a smooth nice bearish signal, as our Ssl channel had the red moving average cross above the green. And we can see that the waddah Attah confirmed that there is enough volume in this market. We would go ahead and place a sell order at the bottom of the trigger candlestick. And we can see how nice and smooth the trade turned out to be. It is best to avoid trades with an engulfing candlestick breakout because most times, it gives a lot of false signal and it triggers the confirmation indicator. But and only when such happen, and our waddah Attah is still yet to confirm the signal, we would wait just as we see right here. We see the engulfing bullish candlestick did not trigger our confirmation indicator. We had to wait for this candlestick, where we got the confirmation to enter the trade, before we jumped right into this trade. We could notice how the waddah Attah is doing great job by eliminating most of this false signals. Here is another buy trade we could have taken. So we see we met all our conditions of this candlestick. So we would go ahead and place a buy stop at the peak of the trigger candlestick. And as you can see that the trade was a success. So this is it guys, let's go ahead and do our back testing and see how this strategy actually work. So we just finished the back testing for this strategy. And we can see that the results are amazing. We had a win rate of 68% in 200 back tested trades, and this is not bad. Because with proper money management, you can increase the winning by 3%. Having won 137 trades and lost 63, which made us 169% return on investment. And I found those wonderful trade setups within 10 months. Although commissions and spread fees would eat up some of the profit in real trading. Because it was not included in the back test. So you definitely want to expect that number to be lower when trading life. The profit factor for this strategy is looking good I guess. And we had 9 wins in Euro against 4 losses in Euro. So yeah, I'm definitely happy with these results. Okay traders. That's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.